and then the ISPs all connect into the edge of that. I'm sorry, I didn't. You can pretty much do it for nothing, because you'll probably find some switch vendor out there who's so keen to be associated with an internet exchange they'll lend you a switch for free. And whether the switch is any good or not, I don't know. You need about a rack worth of space, which costs you a few thousand a year. You need a half-decent Ethernet switch, which, depending with Flying U or off eBay, will cost you a few hundred or a few thousand. And then most of the other costs are for the ISP participants. They need to hook up to that, they need to have a circuit into the building, they need to have space to the router. So yeah, it can be done reasonably cheaply. Okay? Oh. Yeah. That's a very interesting question. Part of what's driving that is that peering arrangements quite often happen in the business between what we call eyeball providers, DSL and cable, and actually people in the end of them, and content providers. And obviously, AT&T is now big in the eyeball business, whereas the likes of Google, Yahoo, broadcast stations, people like that have a lot of content. Because the likes of Google have so much power in the market, they have been very reluctant to enter into peering agreements with anyone unless there's something in it for them. So this is obviously AT&T trying to use its new muscle to turn the table on them. I suspect that the market will probably balance things up there. There have been some attempts to do regulation of the settlement, the traffic exchange between ISPs, but in general, it's something that survives reasonably well. It's something that regulators like the FCC or Ofcom actually don't understand terribly well. So I hope that one will play out sensibly, and that I don't think that actually quality service is very meaningful in these environments, because if you've got 100 ISPs with 200 peerings at an exchange, are you then going to multiply that by 4 different classes of quality of service? I think that's too complicated. So I think it's cage rattling. It will probably play out. But yeah, it's an interesting question. Okay, thank you very much. My wife